Sydney Boyd loves being a preschool teacher.
I worked at the 2-year-olds, like younger toddlers. Yeah, I like it.
But in late May, while on her way home from work, Sydney was in a car accident. She broke several bones, including both femurs and her left elbow, but that was just the start. About 12 hours post-surgery, Sydney faced another challenge: fat embolism syndrome. It's a rare and potentially fatal condition that caused her to have tiny strokes all over her brain.
We went from just a few broken bones to life-threatening really quickly. And I mean, I still think, looking back and thinking that where we were emotionally and mentally, panic doesn't even describe it. She finally graduated ICU status, and they're like, well, it's time for rehab. And so then it was like, the next discussion is, where are we going for that? And if I heard it once, we heard it from every single person.
Absolutely.
Madonna is the place to go. If you can get to Madonna, that's where you should be.
After a stay in the ICU at KU Medical Center, Sydney and her family came to Madonna seeking hope.
I worried a lot about as she woke up, and like that was a new term that we were learning, is that she will wake up more every day. And we didn't quite know what that meant until we saw the brain start to fire and literally different parts of her brain wake up. And we didn't know how she was going to handle that emotionally. And I think that Madonna helped us emotionally and her recover through that much better than I anticipated. And I really thought that was going to be our biggest hurdle, and it wasn't.
When she first got here, she was very overwhelmed and scared throughout our therapy sessions. She is very anxious, and to be honest, with what she had gone through and something so traumatic, it was totally expected. But nonetheless, she did therapy no matter how she was feeling. She always tried as hard as she could, and that really propelled her to the great success that she made in her recovery.
Balancing daily physician visits with physical, occupational, and speech therapies, Sydney quickly learned how to walk and talk again.
So with Sydney, we used our bodyweight supported treadmill system. So I had known that from the very beginning that Sydney could move her legs. She had good muscle activation in both of her legs. She just had a lot of pain with that because of her femur fractures. So I knew that she could move them if she was given the right amount of support. When she got more comfortable putting weight through her legs, we were able to lower that body weight support so that she was taking most of the work through her own legs. And that led to her being able to walk over ground with thousands of feet with no physical assistance. And that treadmill was so important in her success, especially with that fear and the need to reestablish that trust with her legs. And it did, and it carried over, and it worked wonders.
Incorporating community outings, occupational therapist Jessica Virgil knows how important getting patients out of the hospital can be.
For her mental health, like just getting her out and feeling normal again was super helpful too. And just challenging her brain, how she was going to be able to handle being in that busy environment.
The final piece of the puzzle was helping Sydney realize she could also return to the classroom through Madonna's Therapeutic Learning Center.
What's the hurry? Helped me because she gave me like kids' books to read and activities that go with it. And I practiced doing like questions I could ask them and reading the books and holding a book.
With her family and her care team supporting her every step of the way, Sydney's journey was a true testament to her perseverance and her strength.
I really tried hard every day in the therapies with walking and even speech, even if it's stuff that's not like I'm the best at. Like I really tried to like give it my all with each therapy, like I really did.